Welcome back, gamers, to episode 4 of this Let's Play series. We are playing Star Dynasties with the Bloodlines DLC. And yeah, we're just sort of trying to actually we can now actually have up to 8 different vassals. We've only got 4, so we certainly are looking for more opportunities if we can grab them. But there's no one really around. I had a quick look at this before. If we go to combat predictions, we can certainly hold on well in our systems, but we don't really have any options. I was looking at Wazen back and through here as one that we could actually try to go and get. I think that would be interesting to actually target this one. Now that this has all collapsed into a bit of a heap, there's a lot of problems going on in this faction, but they're still quite strong. They've got a lot of support. All of these are very, very strong. It's funny, it doesn't have the right sort of number there. It's just got more than it can actually hold. We are sort of trying to make them as friendly to us as possible. But we might switch things around now and actually go into the Wazen region and actually try to acquire a claim here. We've got 96 in here. We're saving our money up, so I think I'll just wait because we do want to get some of the better equipment. So I think we just have to bide our time. Just keep on, save our action points. We do actually have Sylvian Tacticus, Master Yosifu Tacticus, and Myrilla Tacticus are all members who have not been given assignments. Let's have a look and see. So we've got this is our son, age 16. So he really doesn't have much that he can do at this stage. But he's let's have a look and see what he can do as far as assigned tasks. So assassinate someone, run a spy network somewhere. No, I don't really want to be doing that one. I might get him to just protect us, I think. Okay, to be more effective, may need to travel for this assignment. So, is it Capella? Yeah, we'll get him to travel as required. All right. So, you're with us, son. You're with us. Now, the other ones that we actually had, we also had Myrilla Tacticus, our daughter-in-law, who has just been married into the family. Assist tax collection, perhaps? Actually, what's she got? What's her skill set? Not great. The administration is the highest one. Yeah, let's just get her helping out. You can help out getting the tax from down in here. And we'll go no, you'll stay at home. That'll be okay. Okay, so the younglings have now got their way. Now we've still got Sylvian Tacticus is available. Now she's the robotic one. Now she has got, again, very, very good skills. If we go and I don't want to be spending any money. She can assist with tax collection as well. I'll be getting her to do this next turn. Let's just leave that for now. So we'll just end our turn here. Your mother would like to try an experimental new treatment on your brother-in-law. Now, I don't want to risk it. We get minus 14 to Dr. Danica's opinion of Duke Das Tacticus. That's our mother. So go ahead. Your mother will experiment a risky new treatment on your brother-in-law. 21% chance that negotiator dies, and 79% that she gets plus 20 technology. Now, she's also quite old. Plus 14 to her opinion of us, plus 6 to Duke Tacticus's opinion of Dr. Danica Tacticus. She gets honour for that. And Negotiator Lavolo Tacticus is healed. Adds a discovered experimental treatment trait to how. Okay, let's go for that. I think that's worth doing. I mean, he is the father of the Hickman Union, like the Archon of the Hickman Union. This is her father, but we'll do it. Go ahead. And so your mother discovered a new medical treatment, improving the capabilities. So there we go. She gets skills there. Your brother-in-law is no longer ill. You want to try to stop the medical care treatment on him? Yes, we will now stop the assignment because he's no longer ill. Okay, Archon Lane Copeland has invited you to attend a feast for Duke Das Tacticus. Okay, if we refuse, Archon Lane Copeland will be disappointed. You will be accompanied by Commissioner Selena Tacticus. This is our niece, okay, and Duke Consort Aria Tacticus, our wife. God, she's getting old now. She's getting old at 55. Let's accept the invite. Now, I don't know why they're calling us in. This is a long way for us to travel. A very high unrest in around here. What's he got? What's he got? He's fickle. Fickle but satisfied, so he's not likely to do anything sneaky. We'll accept the invite. Okay, so now there's going to be like things that go on. So a tournament is being held in honour of Duke Das Tacticus. So the tournaments essentially are military tournaments. And so what actually happens here, we need somebody that's ascending us to participate on our behalf. Now, would have preferred to have had our, who is it? Not the family as such, but the, where is he? Yeah, Admiral Sidney Valencia. Would have been great to have had him in there, but we don't have him. So if we participate, we've got a 26 military and a 32 security. Now, it's a combination of the two of them. Selena Tacticus, our niece, has got military of 21 and security of 44. And our wife has got 25 and 20. So none of us are all that good. I think we'll put our niece in as the, because she's probably going to be the next heir. In fact, we should have a look at that. If we have a look at the actual, this is the vassals, the hosted guests, income, military, claims, line of succession. So the line of succession is Duke Heiress Ellery Tacticus. Then it's actually Mistress Sylvian Tacticus, the robot. So she may end up ruling. Then we have Master Joseph Tacticus, our son. So this is actually our daughter, our son. Now that's basically only going to be there if she ends up dying, or we get rid of her. Then it goes this way. But if she takes over, this will all then change. So we won't worry about what's going on in through this side. So she's second in line for the throne currently, but not overall, because we have the ruler's closest relative. So the closest kin member to the deceased with whom a common ancestor title holder is shared will inherit. Where two kin members have an equal degree of kinship, the elder will inherit. That's sort of how that then works. Now, was she older? No, we're 49. Yes, we're slightly older. Okay, so I'll get Commissioner Selena Tacticus to fight. So your niece will champion House Tacticus in the tournament. So your niece will fight Baron Vic Copeland. Now he's got incredible combat skills, but not very good security skills. The next match in the tournament. So the Baron is slightly favourite to win this match. So tournaments, I can sort of hover over this one. So a common element of a feast is a tournament. Each ruler that is attending the feast will submit a champion from their party. The winner of the tournament and their master gain prestige. A ruler can participate directly in the tournament, but participants risk injury. In each bout of the tournament, you can instruct your champion to fight normally, fight aggressively, or throw the fight. Fighting aggressively increases the chance of victory, but also the chance of injury. Throwing the fight minimises injury and may be a good choice if you do not wish to anger your opponent. Note that if both participants are trying to throw the fight, you may still end up as the winner. Now, I don't think he's going to want to throw the fight. I think we're going to do this one. So throw the fight. Your niece will put up a pretense fight, aiming to lose and avoiding risk of life and limb. It's still possible to win against a terrible or unlucky opponent. Fight aggressively. We don't want to do that one. Like if we were ahead, that may be something we would do. But the fact that we're actually lower than what he does, that's Baron Vic Copeland back in through there. So this is one of the baronies, actually, barons from over this side. So he's a direct relation to the Archon. He's 57. He's liked. Yeah, that's a big number. So anyway, I think if we could also just fight normally, but I think we'll throw the fight. Okay, there we go. So Baron Vic Copeland has defeated your niece in the tournament, and it makes her unhappy. Baron Consort has won the Tournament of Honour of Duke Das Tacticus. There we go. So, and Baron Vic Copeland also performed admirably. So Baroness, okay, so unrelated to you. What's she doing there? Baron Consort has won the tournament. Okay, so Baron Consort Umni McConnell. Okay, it looks like it must have gone on. Yeah, okay, these are other participants that actually did perform in the actual tournament itself. So it's sort of gone through. He's unhappy that he's actually lost the tournament. He ultimately did lose. His champion lost in the tournament as well. So one of the other minor factions has actually come through. So Baron Consort Umni McConnell. Look at that, 73 attack. She's 62, but she's got an incredible military and security. And so that's sort of why she would have won. Click on OK. So, lost in the source. Your wife has knocked back glass after glass at the feast. Speech slurred. She totters away to find the bathroom and yet another drink. All right. So that makes him hang on, publicly. This is something else as well. Baroness Dianthe Rogus vented at Archon Lane, Copeland. Now she was one of the participants in the fight. So they're all sort of coming up against. Like the Baroness means that's one of his local. Actually, no, she's over here at Wazen. Now we want Wazen. So she's a Baroness from here. Has vented at Archon Lane, Copeland, and the court watches in fascination, eyebrows arc in surprise and respect. Okay, so the feast in honour of Duke Das Tacticus was largely a success, and the guests depart in fine humour. And so it's given them honour back and through this side as well. So this is the Archon consort, Ayla Copeland, and her husband, the actual Archon himself of the Copeland sector. Just click on OK. All right, so your sister seeks a private audience. My Duke, you've ruled well, but your time is ending. It's time for a new generation to take the controls. I can lead this house to greatness. So we can either say, yeah, you're right. This of course is the Duke Heiress Ellery Tacticus, who we don't want to give over the reins to just yet. She would have done well in that tournament if she had have come along. It's time for a new generation. Yep, you're right, it's time to go. So with that one, we have a +11 to Duke Heiress Ellery Tacticus' opinion of Duke Das Tacticus, and then we abdicate. And we're not going to do that because it will actually have abdication, do not abandon your duties as ruler, is sort of one of the golden rules. So that's a poor moral choice. And upstart traitor, so -21 to Duke Heiress Ellery Tacticus' opinion of Duke Das Tacticus. Duke Das Tacticus we do actually get some minor, we get slandered, actually there's a bug, slandered by Null. We get slandered by our sister, basically. So this is a change to respect. So we lose respect because she's asked this question, but we're not going to let this go. Now she should be fairly happy with us, I think, overall. Yeah, no, her opinion is high, so we can certainly, challenge her on this. But this will just be the start. So we're going to need to get some dirt on her, I think, to keep her in her place as things lead forward. Your sister has been spreading rumours that you're infirm, losing your grip, a liability, that you should step down. Okay, so she's making life worse and worse for us. And here we go. We're now with the next mission. We've now just got slightly over 120. I'm glad I didn't actually go and spend any more. That means that we can go to Capella. We can have a look to see what we can actually now go and repair. We've got a lot of things we can do through here. So we can get more security and, more administration and security and wealth with the chemical warehouse. That would be a good one for us, I think. The ore mine will give us +1 wealth and +25% military replenishment. Now, we haven't needed that. The Viridian mine, we get a little bit more unrest, but +2 wealth with the Viridian mine. The convict ship, actually these are only 60s. I'll leave them where they are. They're not going to be sort of helping. I'm looking for wealth. We can do this one. The synthol plant will give us +2 wealth and -0.5 to unrest within range 4. That's one we were sort of looking at, but I also don't mind this as well. I think we'll go this way, get the +2 wealth. Let's just go and do that one. And of course, we do want our daughter, the robot daughter, to actually then go and do this one. She'll do that in 3 turns. Okay, so she started the assignment to repair the synthol plant at Capella. Good stuff indeed. Now we've still got some action points, but who have we got left? The Dr. Danica Tacticus doesn't have any actions. I don't think we can do anything. It's going to cost more. Actually, no, we've got 2 of those. That's okay. Let's go and train. Who should we train up? It's our daughter. Maybe we'll train our daughter. Again, just in administration. She's going to be important for the future, and we are getting old in the game. So things are becoming a little bit more heated now within the actual empire itself. Even though we've done well to hold on to what we've got, we're not really expanding. And so it may be time for new blood to come through. Let's just end our turn here. We do actually have, there's two people that can be married, but they're very, very old. So we'll end our turn here. Actually, we must be getting close. We've got another expedition coming up. Oh, good. Our wife is back in love with us. Now, that she fell out of love at one point, so this is actually working out well. That's good. And your daughter-in-law is pregnant. Good. So visits to Capella. We've got Master Colton Harden has actually come across. Now, he is from a minor house. If we click on him and have a bit of a look. So where's this? House Harden. Got one system. Yep, the ruling house is Baron Zelek Harden. And they are at 61 Ursa Majoris, which is down here, I think. So anyway, he's just coming in. You received a mysterious box, Treasures of the Old Well, the messenger explains, sent by an anonymous donor. Now, I think we're going to open it. We're pretty well liked, reasonably. We are getting old anyway, and we do have good people to follow in our footsteps. So let's open it. So remarkable gifts. You've sent them to the treasury. So plus 15 credits to Duke Das Tacticus. So that's going to help a little bit in through here. And there we go. There's not a lot we can do this turn. So I'm just going to end the turn here. And then this will be converted into money. We're up to 70 again. Oh, we've lost interest in our wife. Okay, she lost interest in us. Now we've lost interest in her. That annoys her. We just click on OK. And a most pleasant accident. So I was walking along an access tunnel discussing business with Marilla Tacticus when it suddenly collapsed, blocking us in. We could do nothing for a few hours until the rubble and steel beams were cleared away. It is a stolen afternoon of peace and quiet, all alone with Marilla Tacticus. I was disappointed when the engineers finally broke through. Now I can't stop thinking of spending more time with her. A secret has been created, which is a very hard secret. So this is the first of the secrets that actually impact us. Now, she is the 18-year-old daughter-in-law. Now, her husband, if we have a look at the family that she actually has, so her father, in fact, if we look at the family tree, this will be the easiest way to look at this one. So she is, now where does she come in? She is, now this is it's an interesting and intricate web that we actually sort of see through here. So our wife is coming from this family over through here, from Pepina Hickman. She's our mother-in-law who's now dead. She had a number of different children. She had 4 children. She has Lady Rowena Hickman. And then Lady Rowena Hickman married Emery Hickman. And then they had 2 children. They've got a daughter-in-law sister, which is Lovelia Hickman, and we also then have Myrilla Tacticus, who came and joined our house. Now and there's also a daughter here, Charlotte Duart. So she's also part of the actual family as well from this side. This is from the far reaches of the other side of the galaxy, essentially, that they've come across. So we've married to her aunt, essentially, in through this side. And so when we have a look at this, we then actually have 2 children ourselves. We've got our daughter, the robotic daughter, back in through this side, who has now become dull but robotic, and she's now disliked, unfortunately. And we now have our son, but our son is gay and bisexual, basically, so he's not going to be that interested in his wife. So he's actually 17-year-old, she's 18 years old. She's at our court, she's bored, and so we've now taken an interest with her. So that's sort of like the long story as to how things are sort of panning out. So that's actually what's happened. So we've got an attraction to her. She may not have an attraction to us. It's only 11 at this stage. It's her opinions of us. Okay. Well, anyway, this is just a secret that we currently have, a secret desire. So we'll just click on OK. Oh, okay. There's been a flare-up of dissent. Now, these guys were getting very close to anarchy back in through here. This could be another change of the guard in here, possibly. In fact, it has, by the looks of things, in through this side. These guys look to have broken away. Now, we wanted Wazen to break away. So there's been a flare-up of dissent on Enka. Its nobles are more likely to rebel for a while. So now that's the actual seat, that's the capital of the Copeland sector. We'll just click on OK. And your niece reported that your mother is attracted to your brother-in-law. So Okay, so our mother is actually attracted to negotiator Lolovier Tacticus. He's 64, she's 66. Our niece is only 25. Now, she's come to us with this. Her role, I think, is she in charge? What's she in charge of? If we have a bit of a look and see what her role is. Yeah, she's in charge. She's the, this is Commissioner Selena. Yeah, she's the commissioner. And so she's sitting in charge of polices. She is running the spy network, and she's come across this dirty little secret of our mother's. So she's actually sort of come across that one. Now, he is married already to our... Who is he married to? I think he's married to our sister. If we have a bit of a look and see what his connection actually is through there. Yeah, Duke Heiress, Ellery Tacticus. So he's married to the heiress. This is a problem if it goes any further than this. Anyway, that's another secret that's now sort of been developed. Here we go. We've got more messages coming from the north. So Archon Lane Copeland is offering control of the Ballard Quadrant. Do you wish to ask for something else? Offering control. Wow, that's interesting. The Ballard Quadrant down through here is a problem for him. Now, this, if we accept this favour, this is becoming all too hard for him. So he must like us. Not much. His reputation is terrible. So yeah, he's offering control of the Ballard Quadrant. Do you wish to ask for something else? I think we just take it. This one gives it that way. We take over this area, and we do this politically, essentially. So this is just getting too much for him. Now, I could be asking for money. He won't accept 120. It will still be, we'll owe a debt, but I don't think we'll ask for any money. I'm just happy to take this. This now gives us 3 more areas, and we can then start to sort of chip away at even more of it, or even over here. We don't know much about what's going over that side, so let's accept this favour. So I don't know what's happened in here. We'll have to try to figure out what's going on. So the Ballard sector was controlled by these guys in through here. This was the Duke Judd Ballard, who has been a problem. He was a problem for us in a very minor fashion. He was the Archon of all of this until it was wrested from him by Archon Lane Copeland. So there's animosity between them, and I think he's thinking, I just want to wash my hands of this whole sector. Also, there actually is sickness. There's rattle lung outbreak back in through here, and that's going to cause unrest and problems. So there's issues down through this way, but there's a very strong navy. Not so much here. This navy here is collapsing, maybe because of these outbreaks. Unrest is only 48. It's not bad, and we are trying to cement the relationship with Alnair anyway. So we can sort of let's accept a favour. There's nothing really to be lost with this. So Archon Lane Copeland granted control of the Ballard sector to House Tacticus. We'll just click on OK. And you've established a new league of factions, so this is good stuff. So we're now going to be an Archon, and there we go. And it's now been transferred across. So Duke Judd Ballard charged you with avenging Duchess Diva Stokes's crimes. So now we have other problems. We're now being pulled into the machinations of what's gone on in these sectors before we took over. So we now need to get to the bottom of what's going on. So Duke Judd Ballard charged you with avenging Duchess Diva Stokes's crimes. So she did something, and we'll have to look at all of these different people. So what he wants us to do is to actually avenge him. So Duke Judd Ballard is requesting justice for the following crimes for which Duchess Diva Stokes, so she's the Duchess of the Stokes Collective, is accountable. The secession of the Stokes Collective from the Ballard Quadrant. Okay, so they seceded sometime in the past, and so there's a strong claim on all of these different territories, and the annexation of Alturf by the Stokes Collective. So she has been quite aggressively chomping through the territory. So Jigjar Ballard requested justice from you because you are his master, so we're now the overlord. And while Jigjar Ballard will expect you to punish Duchess Diva Stokes, this charge is not severe enough to put you under obligation. So, well, I think that it's something, this is a chance for us to, I guess, help the Duke that's now underneath us. We are now Archon Das Tacticus, so we've become an Archon. So I think we will pursue this. I mean, the fact that she's sort of pulled away, we want stability, and we will actually, we'll do what we need to do. Now, we'll have so let me deal with this one right away. I can either handle it later or do it right away. Now, I don't want to leave it. I do want this one to go through. Now, if we have a look at this one, we've got, so Archon Das Tacticus charged to punish me. So that's a -8 opinion for her. And it's a combination of two different aspects of her personality. If we click on her personality, we can see there that there's brave, but also a rule breaker. And so there's issues there with what's actually going on. So anyway, let me deal with this one right away. And so how do you want us to deal with this request for justice? Now, we can do different things in here. So note that below are the direct options available to handle this request for justice, but any other proportionate dishonourable act you commit against Duchess Diva Stokes will while charged, will also be perceived as justice. So we can do a whole lot of different things, not just what's being shown in through this side. So there are not always ways to deal with a request for justice in a way that doesn't make you look bad. This is just life at the top. So we can either declare war on her. Now that's going to probably bring in the Archon Lane Copeland in to defend her. So we probably don't want to be doing that as such. So any members of your house that are working on assignments in the Stokes Collective will be recalled home. Any characters from the Stokes Collective that are in our territory will be justifiably arrested if we do that, which we're not going to do. That's going to also then cause a few different consequences through there. Now we ultimately end up with one negative moral consequence. We have the sort of directive of do not go to war, but the justification for it, justice for the succession and justice for the annexation of the different areas. So what I think we'll do is we won't do that one. We can charge Archon Lane Copeland to avenge this. Now we can sort of pass the buck and say, look, not our problem, you handle it. But we can do other things as well. Like I could actually go to actions. Oh, hang on, I've got to deal with this one first before I can sort of show the actions. Now, if I handle it later, there will be other actions we could do, but I think I might just pass this along. That way we don't have to deal with it directly, even though I would like to take control of this. Now, we've got a very minimal force there. We've got a good force in through this side. I don't know if we can see, if we go to military, yeah, even military here, we've got we don't really have a good chance of victory, even if we did press the war. So I think we'll just charge Archon Lane Copeland to actually avenge this, and try to sort of punish the Duchess, or not the Duchess, yeah, she's a Duchess. Yeah, Duchess Diva Stokes, he can do that himself. So we're just passing it along. You often get these in the game. So you charge Archon Lane Copeland with avenging Duchess Diva Stokes' crime and the annexation of Altdurf and the Stokes Collective, moving away from so that one's okay, and should be the other one as well. Visitors to Capella. Visitors are carrying out assignments for other houses and could potentially be working against us. You can arrest a visitor if they are particularly suspicious. Now, again, I'm not going to worry about Master Colton Harden. He is from Ursa Minor again. So if we just go and click on him and have a bit of a look. Yep, so he's from this location. That's okay. He's just from a minor house in through there. I don't think he's going to be doing anything. He doesn't have a skill set to really sort of worry us too much. So we'll leave him alone. And we're out manoeuvres. So we're out on manoeuvres, Baroness Carolyn Chase. Now, this has just come up. This is actually an expeditions event. And so we get these every so often, depending on our technology score. So we're out on manoeuvres, Baroness Carolyn Chase reports, when we discovered a large object on our sensors. We did not realise just how large. The visual feed switches to a ship, but one larger than you've ever flown in. It must be pre-collapse, so it's sort of like an ancient ship. But you had no idea they built ships this size. As you know, quips Baroness Carolyn Chase, I'm entitled to half its value as a discoverer, but I would prefer to study the entire ship. So we can either gain 30 credits and say, I'm afraid I'll have to buy you out. I must have this ship. So we may sell the ship for a profit or study it further. I would like to do that, actually. The ship is yours to study if you buy me out of your half. So in this case, we do get plus 30 credits. Now, I prefer to be doing the study, to be honest, and adds the ancient vessel technology trait to House Chase. So I want that myself. Do with it as you please. My gift to you would actually then cement the relationship. Now, she is in here. Now, she's always been pretty much on side. 27. This is going to... Yeah, she gets credits for this. She gets money. That's going to help her. So, yeah, she can give us this. That won't be a problem. Yeah, we want to study it. So your technical team survey the vessel. Their reports when it comes is hushed. This was a floating city as large as 10 frigates, although it's curiously light on weaponry. Further study might yield more insight into its function. Your quartermaster suggests that if you are light on funds, scrapping it would net a tidy profit. So we've got 30 credits to the Baroness Carolyn Chase. I want every piece catalogued. Who knows what we might find? So what we want to do through here is now start to study the actual ship itself. Or we could actually sell it for 60 credits, basically, and scrap it. But I really do want the... I'm not hard up for cash. And what have we got in there? That's a different one as well. Yeah, that's like... Oh, we've got a bloodline upgrade. Great. Actually, I've just gone over the time. I'll do that in the next episode, just so I can sort of talk a little bit about what that actually is. So, one every piece catalogue. Your team's picked the Titan Clean. The ship originally carried fighters and interceptors within its bulk, a floating spaceport. Your technicians report a number of references to the pre-collapse League of Spacefaring Nations, insignias, watermarks, and medals of the dead. She must have been a League warship. She is wrecked when the sun went nova, explains the lead tech. They tried to outrun it, but even a giant can be felled. We've picked her clean, my Archon. What should we do with her? So we can either just actually, if we lack the means to refit her, so scrap her instead, or this Titan is a floating city and we could live in her bones. So if we do this one here, we get this vessel will be towed to your home system. Once repaired, it can be used as living space. So if we do this one, we get +1 house size, +1 wealth, and adds a repurposed warship to Capella. I think we'll do the second. That's a long-term benefit for us, so we'll go and do that one. The giant stirs, not by our own efforts. You have your towing fleet to thank for that, but she stirs nonetheless. In a few weeks, you ease her into a stable orbit and welcome families on board. You're unsure how the League would feel to see thousands of common folk camped out against its bulkheads and catchways. If repaired, this living space could house thousands of your people. So there we go. That's great, and so this makes us happy. But it's the cruelty that's actually is the aspect that's making us happy for this one here. Just click on OK, and there we go. We're sort of now at the start of the next turn along. We've got a few different things that are happening through here. We'll have a look at this in the next episode. So yeah, that was actually another expedition event, and that's great. So that if we go to Capella, we should then sort of see that there'll be the repurposed warship. Now it's only 60 to actually to repair this. Pretty cheap, pretty damn cheap. This one's still under repair. That should be ready, I think, next turn. So yeah, everything's working really quite nicely in the game. So thanks for watching. I'll catch you next time.